came across this on Reddit, right, where this guy apparently gave his life savings to a streamer, and I was just flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. I sat back like for like a cool minute, just pondering life. Like, you know, there's a lot of us out here that really, is barely scratching by, and this man decides to do this for a streamer. Nah, bro, you're tripping. And so Moist Critical's over here that is gonna go more in depth about it. Let's go ahead and get it.
Get your tissues out because I want you to think about the saddest story you've ever read. Now, dry your eyes because I'm going to give you a much sadder story that's going to make the one you thought of seem like a holly jolly fairy tale of butterflies and good butt. A man in
And
China
good,
sent
but
$550,000, draining all of his money and his family's life savings, to give it to a streamer so she would call him bro. I couldn't imagine something so pathetic. Brother, I'll call you bro for half that amount of money. It's such a
for half,
small ask. Like, he wasn't asking for like feet pics or any.
hilarious for half. I'll do it for free, bro. You're tripping. You're tripping, bro. You are tripping. Just for that, like, bruh, you could have, man. It would have been more like respectable if you would have gone to like a brothel for like a whole year straight, every single day, than than to than for this type of thing to get out, right? Where you completely broke yourself. You completely put yourself in like financial ruin just for someone to say, "Sup, bro?" Tripping,
Like
tripping,
degenerate photos, wasn't trying to
bro.
like buy a girlfriend here where some like delusional viewers will donate to a streamer hoping that they'll end up dating. Like, it'll be this, storybook conclusion
Oh,
where
the
I started as a
parasocial.
donator, now I'm her husband. Like, he didn't even want any of that. All he
Yeah, this like the movie. I forgot what movie it is, to be honest. It was with Jonah Hill and someone else, right? Where she was gonna be like the president or something, and like, or I don't know what the hell she was gonna be. But then they got together. They were partying in Paris and all that crap. What, I can't remember that movie, bro. But that's what he just explained, bruh. That's what you would think that he would hope for, right? But
wanted was for her to
bro,
call him bro. I can tell you right now, there are streamers that probably would adopt you, and you would be their actual brother for
adopt you.
550,000 clams. Apparently, Chinese social media has been gadooshing this guy. He's been getting clowned on relentlessly for this because he's been tipping this one particular streamer for a while in a desperate attempt just to hear her call him brother. That's all. And he spent so much money and had so little left that he had to resort to just eating plain steamed buns to survive amidst his financial ruin. In his poisoned, clouded mind, the dark side took root, and he was convinced by the devil on his shoulder that hearing this streamer call him brother was more important than eating. He needed it
For
more than he
real.
needed air and nutrients.
Like, there's something up with men, all right? Like, yo, Sophie Rain literally got $43 million off of OnlyFans because of us just being this down bad. That will blow. I mean, good for her. Get your money. Fucking go ahead. But for me, bro, like, we've gone down the worst timeline we could possibly go down. This is disgusting. A man not willing to eat, sacrificing your whole entire nutrition, your body, just for a streamer that you will never meet. I Men, we're down the worst timeline. All right, worst timeline, and you would think, unfortunately, there's no spaces for us, right? The red pill, that could have gone a cool way, but a bunch of grifters, a bunch of scammers infiltrated that place, and now it's just like, bruh, like, it's just it's done. It's burnt down. It's burnt. And so, even the fitness, like the fitness community, bro, it's burnt. A bunch of grifters and all these things just come in and infiltrate and destroy like the vibes, bro. Like, I can't. It sucks, right? And you would think he would have friends, right? You would no. I mean, just based off of this, he doesn't have friends. That loneliness is really like eating at him, and so this is like his expression right there. It has to be, bro.
So they only list his surname Hong, but I
Oh,
imagine
Hong.
on Chinese social media they know the guy's screen name because they probably recognize this because most people would remember someone donating this amount of money to one individual streamer. Fucking 550,000 doubloons all going to one streamer over a short period of time, all with the same singular goal of hearing brother being being whispered in the same sentence as his name. Most people are going to remember a weirdo whack job like
Yeah.
that.
What a
And
weird
I
fetish.
imagine his screen name is something so silly. Like I bet he has one of those like pseudo badass screen names, something hardcore like Gore Daddy. His spiral into madness began earlier this year after he developed an obsession with a streamer and began funneling money into supporting her. And they're keeping the streamer's identity undisclosed, probably for the safety of the streamer, I would imagine. So that's not super surprising. Initially, he drained his family's savings and then they restricted his access to the funds because he was going ballistic, hog wild with the money there, just putting it all towards this streamer. But that wasn't enough to stop him. That was only an obstacle in the way of his ultimate goal of hearing this streamer call him brother.
He drained his family's savings. He's a lost cause. He's a lost cause. There is no way you sacrifice your family savings for a streamer. There is no way.
So he then decided to take it to the next level and start committing crimes to get access to that money so he can continue to fuel this obsession. And he actually took a play out of my local crackheads playbook where he started stealing copper material. That is like crime
Oh my
101 type shit. That's
god.
like something you would Google, like how to commit crime for quick money, and a WikiHow article would come up, and this would be what they tell you to do. He was actually stealing copper in order to start paying for his donations to this streamer. So he worked in the hardware trade and started stealing the copper from it. He would routinely pilfer copper during his deliveries and sold it to waste recycling stations for cash. It continued until October 15th when the factory reported a significant quantity of missing copper, and they suspected that it had been stolen. Police investigated, and Hong, accompanied by his family, turned himself in. He confessed to only 2 recent thefts, denying any further involvement, but spoiler alert, that wasn't
That's
truthful.
cap.
However, when confronted with evidence from his financial transactions, which revealed unexplained income and substantial expenditures on the live streaming platform, he ultimately confessed. He committed over 40 thefts since May, amassing a total of $316,000, all of which were spent donating to that streamer and trying to get her.
Oh, there's no way. This dude, I would rather him be hooked on crack cocaine and hookers than for him to be doing this. If you were like committing GTA heist, like for that, then I would respect it. But to just donate to a streamer is ridiculous. My man's out here on some Point Break activities, and just to donate and hear freaking, I don't know how to say brother in Chinese, but yeah, you know.
To call him brother, but that is an absurd amount of copper theft. This is like a villain the Crimson Chin would have battled in Fairly Odd Parents. Like, that is a pretty impressive
That
amount
is-
of copper, and I
that
got a
is
sneaking
good.
suspicion they didn't get it all. I bet he still has some stashed away for a rainy day. He's probably got like a fucking bat cave of copper. He's like the Bruce Wayne of copper.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, though, he did explain his motives to kind of shed some light on why he was doing all of this.
Brother.
Hong stated, "I didn't want to meet her. I just wanted to hear her call me brother." What the fuck? Apparently, a good bit of the money has been recovered and returned to the factory, and the article reiterates that he had to rely heavily on plain steamed buns to stay alive and sustain himself so he wouldn't just die from starvation, because he spent all of his money donating to her, desperately trying to hear the moment she calls him brother.
Oh, oh God. Imagine going to AA, right? Or like a rehab center, right? Everyone's telling their story. Yeah, things went this way for me. Oh, Charlie, what's going on? Yeah, Charlie has like a Magic the Gathering addiction, unfortunately, you go to the next guy, heroin addict. You go to him. Hi, my name is Hong. Hi Hong. Um, yeah, I I'm addicted to getting called bro by streamer. It started in May. I She called me bro, and I felt this euphoric feeling that I knew that this is this is a dragon that I want to chase. You know, this is a dragon I want to chase, and so with me chasing this dragon, I was willing to skip meals. I started eating rice buns, starving, donating money just to hear that those euphoric words called bro from that streamer. And so, soon I was running low on money, and so that's when the darker path began. You know, I started robbing banks, committing GTA heists. Uh, I would steal copper from my job. It was just, it was a dark time for me. It was a dark time for me. I still dream of her calling me bro, but I'll stay strong. Man, I would have if I was the head of that rehab center, I would have told that guy to leave. I'm like, you gotta go, bro. This isn't. I don't think this is the right place for you. All right, this isn't it. Like, bro, I can't. I can't.
I picture this like that scene from The Dark Knight with Harvey Dent where he goes, "Say it!" Like that's him to his computer screen every time he donates to that streamer, just waiting for the word brother to leave her lips. And I guess it never did. He's
Oh
still
my
on this
god,
endless pursuit.
chasing the
It's
dragon,
fucking,
man.
it's actually
Chasing the
frightening
dragon.
just how poisoned someone's brain can become. It is scary. He even says like I had no interest in meeting her, didn't want to meet her. I just wanted to hear her call me brother. Why? Like is it like a fetish or something? It must be like to some degree, right?
I'm
You would
calling it.
think
I'm calling
something
it.
has truly gone awry in the old noodle up there that would lead someone to be like, I'm going to give not only all of my money, but all of my family's money to this streamer because I really want to hear her call me brother. That's so peculiar. That's so
Bruh.
odd. Dude was willing to die for the cause too, like a brave Astartes warrior out of
Astartes
Warhammer
War.
40K here. This man was starving himself. Like, I bet he was fighting rats for scraps, like, beating rats for crumbs around his.
Imagine. He's over here like the freaking boxing master Splinter over there. Ain't no
Around
way.
his abode. Like I
Beating
don't
up
know what state
Ratatouille
he
is
was in when they
crazy.
found him, but from the way they talk about him, I imagine he was in a state of near malnourishment if he only had like some plain steamed buns to survive off of because he actually spent every single dollar on this quest to
I'm
hear the streamer call him brother.
unbelievable.
And I guess still never even accomplished that goal.
Wait. She never called him brother? Wait. Oh, I had this all wrong. He would donate the money and she would call him brother. Donate the money, call him brother, and that was like his like, you know, euphoric high that he would go off of. This like ecstasy. She never called him brother. I'm broke. I'm done. Like my brain can't process the fact that she never called you brother and you still kept donating just to hear that. No voice, no voice is that appealing. There will never be a voice that appealing ever where I would nope, like I'm over it.
And something else really crazy that stood out to me that I learned from this article is according to iResearch, the market size for virtual gift donations during live streams in China reached 19 billion dollars in 2019. I feel like I'm fucking Dr. Evil saying that number right there. That is incomprehensible. And it's projected to grow to $57 billion by next year. That is an unreal amount of money to be.
We're cooked as a society. We're cooked. It's over with. It's it's done. We are cooked. We could put $57 billion. You guys hear me? We could put $57 billion. We can be donating that money. Well, then again, some charities are freaking super sketchy, and they don't really help. But dang it, man, we could have just to help people. I don't know, orphanage, cancer patients. Just invest $57 billion into like medical, like just to help the people. Like society would have been in a greater place, right? If we would have wasted all those OnlyFans, uh, money, all that stuff, we would have. If man, we're cooked. We're cooked. It's done. I don't.
Be virtually gifting streamers. And then it goes into like some of the Chinese social media responses to the story. What kind of copper is worth over 2 million yuan? That really blows my mind. If you just want to hear it, why not
Well,
record it and play it on repeat? Checkmate. There are so many ways that you could you could poke holes in this man's plan. It's not exactly the most thought out or most sensible plan. Uh, yep, there's a lot wrong here. And another one
I didn't even think of that obvious. I didn't even think of that. You could have recorded it.
that said 4 million yuan for a single word brother. Maybe you should see a psychiatrist. I agree with that analysis as well.
I do.
I knew the market size was huge in China, but I had no idea it was that big. So I'm starting to think that maybe I'm wrong and that $550,000 from a single viewer to a single streamer actually isn't all that abnormal over there based on those numbers. Like I actually can't even wrap my head around that. That is unbelievable. I also imagine this isn't the only time this has happened. This isn't like an isolated incident. I imagine it's still probably pretty rare for someone to donate every single dollar they have to a streamer, and it's probably
Bro. I
one of
can't
a
believe
kind
that.
here, a unique shiny Pokemon type story of someone who's donating all of that money to a streamer just to hear them say one word, brother. That's probably never happened before. But I think Hong isn't alone in being someone, a viewer of a stream in China that donates all of their money to a streamer they're obsessed with. We even see that happen in the States too, sometimes on like Twitch. That's happened a couple of times that I.
Yeah, Amaranth is like a great example of that. I remember someone sent her like a briefcase or something full of money and all that type of stuff. I think it was after her horrible incident with her husband or something like that, right? And so someone donated all of that to her. I mean, thoughtful, yes, but did she need all that? Did she need the money? No. Like, you could have just sent her like a stay strong letter, and words of encouragement and stuff like that. That doesn't cost money, bro. Good, a proper like letter to someone can hit the soul, hit the heart with just as big as an impact as with like compared to like $1 million. Like someone a millionaire, you can give them like, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know. It was crazy to me. I could never. But anyway, let's continue.
Recall over the years. I just haven't seen to this degree where it's the family's entire life savings, then they're committing crime in order to keep going through this fixation. Like it's scary. Like that, it is terrifying. Another thing that got me stinking and thinking was about the streamer here who received the $550,000. Now knowing what's been publicized about the individual who donated it, do you think the streamer is going to give it back? I
No,
feel like,
no.
the money was stolen from the family and then stolen from Copper. Probably should give it back, I would think, but I don't know if there's any like obligation to do it.
Fuck him. She said, F him. She's not gonna give that money back. 500,000? Come on, be real, bruh. Be real, bruh.
Or anything, so I'm just kind of wondering how that's going to play out.
Nah.
Hopefully, the family whose life savings have been drained here on this degeneracy can get that money back because they didn't
They
deserve
caught
that.
us stray.
That's horrible.
They
That's
caught us
awful.
stray.
So anyway, just want to talk about this a little bit. That's it. So yeah.
I'm already browsing the internet.
Okay, stop. But anyway, this was insane. You know, I'm surprised he didn't. I mean, he was already stealing. Like, all he needed to do was like start sucking. You know, start giving head like behind the alleyways, right? It just go full crackhead if you're gonna go. You don't dip your toes into the crack. Go full crackhead, right? Like tripping. But anyway, yeah, man, we're cooked. Unfortunately, we are super duper cooked as a society. If everyone's spending 57 billion instead of like reinvesting that type of money and like into good charities, do good causes and stuff. But lust wins all the time. Lust wins all the time. But all right, catch y'all later.